I've invited you all here because I really just wanted to see your faces. Nothing about this is easy, but it's probably the safest way given the circumstances. Now that sounds too morbid. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So happy to see y'all. Come on, you are Yale educated. Think. You know, I am so honored that each of you took the time to sit with me a while on this blessed day. Wait, I'm a preacher now?
Sounds like it to me. I mean, I got my tithes and offering ready, baby. Mm-hmm.
Ta! You heard that?
I sure did. You found God or something? Is that why you call the family together?
Hey, can't find something that you never lost.
Well, amen to that.
Oh, come on.
Come on now. Woo!
So good to see you, little cuz.
Good to see you too, big cuz. Though I'm wondering why you called us here for real.
Well, you know me. I like surprises.
Since when? I mean, you're the only person I know who left his own surprise birthday party because it was so unexpected.
I just wasn't prepared for such a big event.
You were 10, Chad. 10.
True.
So what's this all about?
It's time, Ta.
Time for...
It's time.
Oh. Wow. I mean, you're really gonna do this? Like today?
Well, it's not like I have many other options, given the distancing and all that. And I definitely wasn't going to call everybody together and have them wear masks.
Okay, but it feels a little kind of impersonal, you know?
Yeah, I thought the same thing myself.
And you're sure you're ready for this? I mean, there's no turning back.
Hey, don't try to talk me out of this, Natasha.
I'm not trying to talk you into or out of anything because I just want to make sure you're ready.
I spent a lot of time getting ready, Ta. Can't keep prepping for a race that I'm never going to run.
Speaking in metaphors, I guess you are ready.
And that's why I'm glad that you're the first one here. You've always just understood.
I don't know if understood is the right word, but love is probably a better one.
Love you too, cuz.
Chad, you know I don't know what I'm doing, right?
You just have to turn the camera right side up, Mom.
I thought it was right side up. These old rectangle phones, you can't tell which end is up. Wait, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Oh, well, will you look at there? Hey, baby.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, I'm Pat.
Natasha, is that you? Girl, you've always have been making some bold decisions about your hair. Have mercy.
Good to see you too, Aunt Pat.
All right, now, let's get this party started right.
Uncle T, hey!
Hey, what's going on, family?
Hey, Pops. How are you?
Hey, son. You know me. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. You know how I do, right?
Well, you're already a nut, so you're halfway there already.
Hello to you too, Patricia.
Thomas.
Hey, son. Sasha been teaching me a little about this internet.
Yes,
I
sir.
was online shopping the other day, and boy, check this out. These brand new threads here. Brand new linen shirt, matching hat. What? Ain't that something?
I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks.
You are older than I am, Pat. Has anybody taught you how to obey yet?
Hey, y'all. Let's not do this right now. That's not why we're here.
So, why are we here, son? I mean, I'm glad to see you and all, but Me and Sasha got a little date night planned, if you know what I mean, boy.
Don't you go rushing my
Hey.
son. You and your little 19-year-old girlfriend will have to wait.
She is not my girlfriend, Patricia. She is my wife. Or have you forgot about that? Huh?
The same way you forgot that I was your wife when you slept with her.
Cuz.
Yeah,
You
this is
shot
the-
my mouth
the
at the mouth
cradle?
all the time. That's why ain't nobody talking about you.
Sounds
You
like
can't
I'm
even
in the
find a
right
man.
place.
You can't
Daddy,
even find a man.
Daddy.
Hey, baby girl, how you doing?
I'm good. Where's Mama?
Oh, you know she's down at the church again.
As usual.
Hey, Uncle Ruth.
Hey, nephew, what's up?
Hey, doing okay, man. Doing okay.
Good.
Doing okay.
Good.
Finally, the sensible one in the family.
Well, we know it ain't
Pat.
you.
Pat, why are you and my brother up in here making up such a ruckus?
Me? It's him, always talking out the side of his neck. Maybe you can
You
talk
always
some
hate.
sense into him.
You stop hating on
Nothing I can do. We haven't talked in years.
me.
Why not?
Cause your daddy ain't rough a damn, that's why not.
Hey,
Just like Patricia.
hey, don't you talk to my baby girl like that.
Boy, look, I would talk to you the other way. You don't tell me what to do.
Hello?
Oh, hey,
Hello?
mama.
Can anybody hear me?
Hey, mama.
Grandma Ruth, is that you?
Yes, baby, it's me. I can't see nobody though. Can y'all see me?
No, Grandma.
ma'am.
You gotta push the button on the bottom left corner.
Lord have mercy. Say what now?
The bottom left corner, Grandma.
Where's she? Huh, baby, I don't see nothing like that. Oh, maybe I ain't supposed to be seen. I ain't got my hair done, no way. Wait a minute. Now, who is that in here making all that fuss? Rufus Jr., is that you?
Yeah.
Hey, Mama. No, it's Thomas acting up again.
Now, there you go lying, Ruth. Mama.
What
you
I got
know
to lie
Ruth
about?
always lying.
Now, hold on a minute. Both of y'all just be quiet. Now, my grandbaby said he has something he wants to say to us, and I, for one, sure enough want to hear it. Now, y'all know I don't hear that well, and I don't need all this extra fuss. And Thomas, there you over there sounding like your old crazy ex-wife, Patricia.
I'm here too, Miss Ruth.
Mama,
Patricia! Lord have mercy. Hey there, girl. How you doing? Lord, you know I was just thinking about you the other day. Lord, bless your heart. I sure was.
So, cuz, the floor is all yours.
So I invited you all here first and foremost because I love you and I want you all to be a part of my life forever. Each one of you has seen me at my best times and my worst times, and that's how I know that I can be completely open and vulnerable with you. There's been so many times that I've had to guard myself when I'm around you because I felt that each of you had an expectation of me that I wasn't able to completely fulfill. There are some paths that I feel were laid out for me or expected of me that I was just either unequipped or not destined to walk. And I don't want any of you to think that I blame you for anything. I just think that it's time that I be completely truthful. I, Chadwick Michael Williams, am your son, your grandson, your nephew, your cousin. I'm a Black man, a scholar, a lawyer, a friend. These are all titles that I hold, titles that I carry, titles that I cherish, y'all. And now there is another title that I am now willing and ready to carry proudly. I'm gay.
What do you say? How she? Oh, she all right. You know she's still here with all these ransom cheering getting on my nerve. She need to come on in here and do my hair.
No, Grandma. I didn't ask about cousin Shay. I said that I'm gay.
Gay?
Gay.
Oh, okay, baby, I already know that.
You did?
Well, now, I figured as much. Especially after you brought that there pretty boy with you here to the last family cookout. Oh, I know. He was just a little bit too pretty just to be your friend.
Because I just want you to know that I love you and I am proud of you for being who you are. Just know that I'm always, always going to be here for you.
Thanks, Ta.
You know, I have my reservations, but you're the first one in the family to graduate college. And you've done so much for the injustices of people that look like us. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can take my love away from you.
Thanks, Uncle Ruth.
Son, I want you to know that this by no means make you less of a man less of my son. Look, I grew up in a different time, and I don't particularly understand the feelings that you have because mine are totally different. What I do understand is that you have to follow your own path in this life. Those paths can't be made for you, and they can't be dependent on acceptance of others. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Because that's the setup for failure. Y'all younger generation have a different found that to be true. Now, look, I can't promise you that there won't be no pushback on my part, but just like you want me to understand you, I want you to understand me. I'm going to try my best. Boy, I love you, son.
Love you too, Pop.
Chad, you're my only child, and I was hoping that you would give me some grandbabies one day, so I have to admit I am a little disappointed. Yet there has never been anything that you could say or do that would take away the pride I have in being your mother. You've always been the sweetest, the kindest, the most generous and level-headed person I know. And like Grandma Ruth said, I think I always knew. I know making this announcement couldn't have been easy for you, and it took a lot of courage. I am your mama, and I will always be in your corner no matter what. I love you so much, baby.
Love you too, Mommy.
We love you, son.
Lord have mercy! One of these children done knocked over my pot of greens off in this stove. See, you better get in here and get this child. Lord have mercy!
Mama, I told you not to let those people into your house.
Ruth, will you leave Mama alone and worry about your own damn house?
Thomas, isn't it time for you to give Sasha her bottle?
Ooh.
You know what?
Mama, they got to go. They got to
And
grow
don't
up, Mama.
forget
You can't afford for
there
them
should
to
be
live. You
gas all
get an
day
extra
long.
side check. You can't
Is she
afford for you two to be living in your house.
trained?
They got to
I
go.
really want
They
to
can't
know
move to my house,
how
but they
come
got to get out of your
you
house.
yet?
I don't care where they go.
Why
They
is
can go stay at a
the police have
hotel, as far
not
as I'm
arrested you
concerned.
yet for
They can't stay
statutory?
in your house, Mama. They can't.
My phone.
No
Don't
way,
no
no
for
how.
that.
They got
Don't
to
Doesn't
call me
work
go.
no
for
more.
that.
You
Got to
talk too
go.
much.
Just a baby.
You
That's all
such a
she
hater. You
is
such a
a
hater.
baby.
You are such a hater. Find
You
you
know
a
what?
man
You
that
need to go
take you
ahead and
about.
get on off.
And
Get on
take you
off the
about
call.
one.
Get on off
You
the
make sure
call.
you put
Go
your
check your
depends
baby.
on
I think the
and you
bath
do what
water's
you
gotten
do.
cold.
Whatever.
I'm
You
gone.
still
I'm
such a
gone.
hater.
No, I don't care.
Goodbye. Make your head small.
Goodbye.
Let the
Get
wind
off the
hit your
boy's
back.
call. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever.
Bye.
Make your head small.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Oh, thank you for calling Signs of the Times. My name is Faith, and I... Wait a minute, didn't you just?
I just spoke to you. Yes, and you transferred me to...
Did you get disconnected?
No, but they couldn't help me.
Why not?
I don't know. They offered me back to you.
That's weird, huh? How can I help you?
I'm coming. Just give me a minute. Whew. Listen, I need your help.
How can I help you?
I don't know what to say.
Well, we can help you with that. Here at Signs of the Times, we're here for all your custom-made protest signage needs. Tell us what you're looking for.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say?
Whatever you want is your sign.
I don't know what I want. How am I supposed to know? I'm coming, just hold on. Listen, I'm supposed to be out there, but I need a sign. And I saw you do custom last minute jobs and I can't even think.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right. It's not. I'm drawing a blank over here and they're all waiting for me downstairs. I need a sign now.
We can help you. We can help you with that.
I don't want to be left behind.
Okay, well, let me just transfer you to the brainstorming department.
No. They're just going to transfer me back to you. You already transferred me, and they're just going to transfer me back.
Right. Sorry for all the turnaround. We have been experiencing high call volumes, as you can imagine.
I can't imagine, but I'm desperate. Just wait! I'm looking for the other shoe. Ooh. Is there anything you can do?
Me?
Maybe help me think of something to say?
Oh, I am really not equipped to do any of this.
Please.
All right. What's your name, honey?
Aaliyah.
All right, Aaliyah, tell me about yourself.
What about myself?
What are you fighting for?
For justice, like everybody else.
Okay, for justice.
Justice and equality and freedom.
That's great. How about that for a sign? Justice, equality, and freedom.
That's not enough.
What's wrong with that?
It's not, nothing's wrong, but...
What?
It doesn't capture... How do I say this? It's like... There's so much inside me, you know? So much anger and pain, and I just...
I feel you.
You do.
It's not that you don't have anything to say. You have everything to say. But you just don't know how to say everything succinctly.
Yes, succinctly. But the struggle's not succinct. How the hell am I supposed to boil down centuries of oppression into a catchphrase?
Well, we can help you with that.
I'm coming out. Just let me pee right quick. I'm running out of time.
How about that?
What?
You're running out of time.
For my son? What does that mean?
It was just an idea.
Why am I running out of time? Oh, wait. You're saying you're running, as in they're running out of time.
I really don't know what I'm saying. Please, why don't you just let me transfer you to the brainstorming department?
Don't. I want you to help me.
I'm not cut out for this.
Why not?
I'm not creative. I'm just a representative.
You're creative.
I'm really not, though. I answer calls. I transfer calls. And when I'm done, I take my behind to go home. I take my behind to sleep. That's my life.
That's not a life.
Who are you telling? But honestly, I'm even blessed to have a job in the midst of all this craziness.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
They've been to leave.
Wow, without you?
Mm-hmm. They're loading up right now. It's over. I failed.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
It's not your fault. I waited to the last minute thinking I'd be inspired. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I want to show my support, but it's just a stupid sign. What's a sign really gonna do? What can I really say? There's nothing I can put on a piece of nothing cardboard that's gonna bring anybody back or make the pain go away. And I wanted to say something original, to stand out. No, that sounds bad. But I don't mean not stand out like I'm special. I mean to take a stand.
I understand where you're coming from.
To say something that means something to me.
And you don't want me to transfer you?
No.
Are you sure? Because what you're looking for is what they specialize in. That is the whole point of the brainstorming department.
No. I'm good. I'm overthinking this. What's funny?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about my 11th grade math teacher, Miss Dyson. Ooh, she used to tell me that all the time. You're overthinking this. I'd get stuck on my algebra homework. So I'd leave it blank. And the next day she'd ask me why I didn't do the homework. So I'd holler right in front of the class. How is anybody doing homework right now? How am I supposed to be solving for X at a time like this? X isn't my problem to solve. They kidnapped us, and they keep killing us. They're the ones. Oh, they're the ones that need to solve this problem. I mean, I was just making a scene in front of the whole class.
And what happened?
She gave me an incomplete and told me to go sit down. I used to have so much fire back in the day, I tell you. That's why I really appreciate what you young people are doing. But now I'm just tired.
You, look at me. I can't even think of one to write on a damn sign. How pathetic is that? I feel like such a failure. No, y'all go ahead. I don't feel so good. I'm just a little tired. Y'all leave without me.
Wait a minute, they're really leaving you.
They weren't finna wait around forever.
I'm sorry I couldn't help.
You did help.
Oh, I really didn't.
You kept talking to me.
What? I mean, about flunking algebra?
Solving for X. I'll never forget that story.
Wait, what about your sign?
Truth of the matter is, there's just not enough space to solve this.
What is it?
That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.
Ooh, me?
This is your problem to solve.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the sign.
Oh, this is your problem to solve. Girl, now that's genius.
It was your genius idea. But can you get that expedited?
We can help you with that.
Were you able to find the box?
I believe this is it.
Yes, that's the one. I remember her always putting special little things in that box. In they went, and you never saw them again. Where is Mom right now?
She's asleep. She sleeps a lot these days. Are we sure we want to do this? You know how private Mom has always been. I mean, although she always seemed to be so proud of her family back in Tokyo, she never talked about them or about her life in Tokyo very much at all.
I know, but she's 90 now, and these days when I talk to her on the phone, she has these wonderful conversations with me, but I'm not really sure she remembers who I am. I feel like there must be something in that box that could jar a memory.
Yeah, but think this through.
Meaning?
If she wanted us to know something, she would have told us. She told us what she wanted us to know.
But there are things I want to know that I didn't know to ask back then.
And what if we bring up a memory that she doesn't want to remember? She made life seem so easy. Baking pies and sewing and donating crafts to the church bazaars. But how many times did we find her alone, crying? And she never told us what was wrong. She showed everybody what she wanted them to see.
Or more like what she felt others wanted to see, a sweet, happy Japanese girl who could do a traditional dance in a beautiful kimono while having tea ceremonies. But I want to know more about Mom. There are things I didn't even know to ask about when we were growing up. She did her best to be an American, to blend into life here. She was always so proud of being a naturalized American citizen.
I know. Whenever we drove by the building where Mom got her citizenship, Dad would always point it out, and Mom and Dad were both so proud.
But I remember one day at church, I was maybe 8 years old, and I was standing at the top of the church steps with Mom. She was so happy that day, so pretty. And one of the men of the church was staring at Mom. I thought it was because she was so pretty. But he suddenly blurted out that she was yellow. I remember how shocked she looked. She had been so happy, and suddenly she was basically told she didn't fit in. I remember the look of hurt on her face.
Well then, Janken Pon.
Seisho wa gu. Janken
Pon. Aiko. Aiko desu.
I win. Let's open the box. Hey, Thomas, I hope you know how thankful I am that you are staying with Mom at home. Until this COVID virus is under control, I'm afraid I might accidentally give it to her if I came to help. I am so appreciative that she can stay at home with you.
Don't worry. She's happier being at home. If she were in an assisted living facility, no one could go and see her. She'd be so confused and lonely. And yeah, stay away.
Okay, first item. What's there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Look, it's from when we were kids. The newspaper did an article about her because she was the first Japanese woman to come to our area. It looks like she's demonstrating how to make a Japanese meal.
Hey, look. There we are in our kimono. Even Dad is in a kimono. What a sport.
I remember how you used to pour salt into your ochazuke.
I never did like green tea. I mean, who thinks of pouring green tea into their rice?
Well, who thinks of pouring salt into their green tea? Blech.
At least it made it taste more like broth.
Ochazuke was good. I liked it.
Jankanapon.
Oh no, we're not going to jankenpon on this. Huh. Hey, look. Did you know that Mom wrote poetry? There are some haiku in here.
Poetry? No. I mean, she always told me how her sister spoke in haiku, like a secret language almost. But I never knew that Mom wrote. Are you sure that's hers? Maybe they were written by Aunt Hanako? Nope. That's Mom's handwriting, plus they're in English. Oh, you know, she worked hard on her English, and she really tried to master it.
Air bursts into flames. Babies cry. Mothers despair. Scream. Born as ash.
Whoa, that was depressing. What was that all about?
I think it was about the war. You know, she was about 15 during the Tokyo firebombing. She didn't talk about it much. I used to think it was because it wasn't that much of a big deal since the war was over. But now I think she was protecting us. But I do remember asking her what the war was like. She couldn't get past talking about the babies.
The war? It was a bad time. We had to leave our home in Tokyo because of the firebombs. And when we came back, everything was melted. My sister had a collection of beautiful glass figures. The heat was so strong that they became just melted little lamps of glass. I saw mothers with babies strapped to their backs, burning up together. Mothers could not help their babies. They burned up together in the fires.
You know how Mom had these mood swings?
Oh boy, do I know.
Well, I think it was PTSD. And she never did get any help. Nobody stopped to think about what it must have been like for an ordinary Japanese citizen living in Tokyo to have lived through all that.
True. I never thought of it like that. She was expected to be this sweet little Japanese lady with no opinions or past experiences. An ornament. And she was pretty much alone. There wasn't anybody else like her nearby to talk to.
And when she decided to come to America?
Heart yearns to join heart. now dead. I live defiant. Life without joy dies.アメリカ人皆が敵じゃありません。彼は違うの。愛してくれています。だから、お国を離れる前にでも一緒になってくださると。
克美さんにはどうおっしゃるおつもり？自分と結婚するものと思っていらっしゃるのよ。
お母さん、分かってくださ
い。日本を捨てて、この国を。私たちの家族をめちゃくちゃにしたやからといることを選ぶのなら、あなたのことはもう死んだものとみなします。
お母さん
I think that's why she never went back. Why she never took us to Japan.
When I would ask her about going back to Japan, she would say,
No. I have been gone so long. It's like the story of Urashima Taro. He left with the turtle to live under the ocean for 100 years. And when he finally returned to land, everything had changed. He didn't recognize anything. No one knew him, and he didn't know anyone. So no, I do not want to go back.
That had to be hard. It was hard enough on women back then. But to be so totally alone in a country that considers you an enemy, and your family won't speak to you anymore, and then the soldier she married left her for an American woman.
I spent most of my childhood being mad at her because she expected so much of me, and I felt that nothing I did was ever good enough. But I think she was determined through us to prove to her family that she hadn't been wrong. She was going to aiko desho until she won. And honestly, I think she's the bravest woman I know. I mean, she didn't even have her girlfriends to talk to anymore. And she was alone in a strange land where people would look at her and immediately target her as an enemy.
But expecting so much from us, I think that's what made us such good workers. Why we were so good in school. We had to be good to prove to her family that she hadn't failed. We were taught to show respect and to work hard and do better than our best. Wow. Listen to this.
Stone strikes tranquil pond. Heart cries out to understand. Silence. Silence. Tears.
That has to be when he left her. There's a strong sense of betrayal here. But then she met Dad.
And then we came along.
And nobody knew what we were or where we came from.
Hey, are you guys like twins? Because you look exactly alike.
Do you speak English?
No, don't tell me you're from Ohio, man. You're from somewhere else. Like, originally. right?
We should have had t-shirts that said, "I'm from Ohio, really," on the front, and "Sayonara" on the back.
People still ask me what it was like for our family in the concentration camps in California. I tell them our family wasn't there and they think we got lucky. They don't know that our family was in Tokyo, being firebombed. Any more haiku?
Yeah. This one. Oh, this is kind of funny. Well, maybe not funny, but it's spunky, just like Mom.
だるまさん、はい。They tried to knock me over. Pop! I am still here.
I remember Daruma-san. Those round dolls with the strange black eyes. You could never knock them over because they would bounce right back up again. I thought they were kind of creepy.
I used to try to get one to stay down, but it would pop right up again. I never thought about Mom being like the Daruma-san dolls, but in a way, she was.
Yeah, you could try to knock her over, but she'd bounce right back up. I never realized how strong she had to be to live here during the post-World War II years. Say, do you remember a time when we were actually bilingual? When we understood Japanese and could speak it?
I do. I remember Mom always called me her Kuma-chan because she said I reminded her of a bear cub.
Oh, I was always doing something to make her mad at me. I couldn't tell you what, but I remember this one time when I was really young and she was chasing me down the hall yelling, "Dame desho! Dame desho!" Whatever she was saying, I knew I should run. She stopped speaking Japanese as soon as we started to speak it.
She did it to protect us. She didn't want us to have accents. She thought if she stopped speaking Japanese, we wouldn't have an accent and people wouldn't make fun of us.
But she still to this day says, "Oyasumi nasai," when she says goodnight to us. We have that. Hey, did I ever tell you about that radio station?
No, what happened?
The morning guy thought he was being really cool and decided to play a trick on Asians one day.
Welcome back to the Morning Show Live. I have a special treat for you all today. We're going to play a game. It's called Let's Talk Chinese. Now, here's how it works. I'm going to call a Chinese restaurant, and my co-host here is going to call a Chinese restaurant. But there's a way I can hook the two calls together so that whoever answers on the phone on one end is going to end up talking to the person on the other end. But they will each think the other has called in to place an order, so they'll be really confused in Chinese. And what they won't know is that our entire listening audience will be able to hear their whole confusing conversation, and it'll either be in Chinese or with those Chinese accents they have, so should be a load of fun. Welcome to the Morning Show. What can I do for you?
Yes, I am a member of our city's Asian community, and I heard you talking about the prank you're going to play, and I was wondering if you were just doing it to Asians.
No, well, I mean, we can do it to any nationality you want, and what it'll be. Let's talk Italian? I mean,
I was hoping you wouldn't do it at all. It's really hard for our children when they are made fun of for their families' accents. They should be proud of themselves and of their parents for being able to speak two languages. But pranks like yours just encourage other people to think it's fun to make fun of us. It's not right for a child to hear their parents being made fun of for doing something as honorable as speaking in their native tongue. And it's wrong when others follow your example and think, oh, that was fun. Let's make fun of our neighbors and classmates. So, please, I am asking you to stop.
What happened after that?
They were silent the rest of the day, just played music, but they were back to it the very next week. The news anchor from our local TV station was supposed to be the Grand Marshal for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and they were joking about how she just didn't seem the right choice to lead the parade because she's African American and didn't look Irish. So they were laughing and saying she was an odd choice.
Some people never grow up. I'm glad you called them.
Let's do one more haiku and then call it a night.
How about this one?
Kaguya-hime. Dark clouds hide her pale beauty, yet the sky is hers.
She always called me her Kaguya-hime, the princess who came from the moon. Even Kaguya-hime had to leave. She couldn't stay on Earth. It always made me sad. Thomas, do you think, were we even supposed to exist?
What do you mean?
It seems like it's just so hard to be, to live, to exist. Like we're fighting to live normally against so much evidence that we're not really supposed to be here. Everywhere we go, we're being reminded that we just don't belong. I remember when we were kids, we had that one neighbor who had the best driveway. All us kids loved to ride our bikes in circles on her driveway. Do you remember one day she came out and said,
everyone is allowed to ride their bikes in our driveway except Susie and little Tommy because they're Japanese. Yeah, I remember.
I went to get ice cream one day with my friends in college, and I was told that I couldn't be served because I was a chink. And then when I was dating Bob, before I married him, one of my colleagues asked me one day, if it came down to it, would he really marry me? I asked her what she was talking about, and she said, well, with you being Japanese and all. And every December 7th, we'd get those drawings of mushroom clouds tacked to our front door with notes telling us to go back to Japan. In fact, we were probably supposed to be wiped out by those firebombs in Tokyo. Maybe it was a mistake that our family survived.
It's tiring. I agree. But I don't think it means we aren't supposed to be here. Someone else is going to be cruel. That's not a judgment on us. We have a right to be here. Mom has a right to be here. She came here for love. How can that be wrong? We are here out of the love that Mom and Dad had for each other. How can that be wrong? Look at it this way. Instead of looking at all those obstacles as being evidence we're not supposed to be here, recognize that in spite of the obstacles, we still exist and thrive. We were meant to be here.
suppose you're right. Well, I suppose we should call it a night. You need your sleep too. Oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi nasai. Night, sis.
Good night, Kuma-chan. Good night, Kaguya-hime. おやすみなさい。